Okay, I think Tim or several of you have at one point or another made the really perceptive observation about OBS. I don't really need to learn it because I don't know what I would do with it. And I've decided that that may apply to a great many things that I've learned how to do. Right now, the video that you're looking at shows OBS. No. Well, it does actually show OBS, but it shows remote hams. RCForb predominantly on the image on the screen, and that is actually running on the laptop. And so to actually convince you that maybe that is true, I'm going to pick up the laptop that's got it running on it, and I'm going to put it in front of me here. And there it is. What is that thing in the middle? Oh, it says energy saver. I just unplugged it from the power source, and so it's complaining about that. But here's where it's running on the laptop. Okay, and it's being, it's in the middle of, so to say, a Zoom session. We're on Zoom, and the screen that you're seeing, it's being recorded here, is in fact a Zoom session. The Zoom is running on the laptop and it's grabbing a full screen, which is OBS, or why do I keep saying OBS? I've really kludged up this whole video. But anyway, maybe you're having fun watching it, I don't know. So the screen that you're looking at that shows remote hams is in fact remote hams running on the laptop, and it's being shared out using Zoom, which is also running on the Mac Mini. And the Mac Mini is grabbing that session. And so right now, I'm going to move a cursor over onto the top of this display. This is the cursor that's actually associated with the Mac Mini. So if I were to click on transmit, for example, nothing will happen. This will not control this screen. However, this cursor would. This cursor is, in fact, running on the laptop. So that would, well, look at that. Okay, so the cursor with the laptop is a big white one, and the one on the Mac Mini is a big dark one. So that ought to be worth something. So I could go over here, and I'm now looking down at the laptop, and I'm going to pop up the number pad, and I'm going to go to 3965, 3965. And so that'll convince you that I do actually have control of the remote, which is W8JR, RJs, W8RJs. I guess I should learn the name of this remote if I'm going to use it. So anyway, this is what we were trying to do this morning. And to show you, if you look closely on the recording, the upper right-hand corner, which I'm pointing to out on the screen, but it's not being recorded. So if I go over here, now you see the mouse moving around there in the center of the screen. This is the center monitor. This is the center monitor. And I guess if I wanted to be really crazy, I could go down here and I could launch Discord. It says it's starting. Oh, and it's waking up, and I'm going to go to Cortec and join voice, and there's nobody home. So, but you can see it running in the upper right-hand corner there of this recording. And the right-hand screen is running, in fact, OBS. So that's what's recording all of this. And of course, I can minimize that by going up here. And now it's minimized, but you should be seeing a plain gray screen, which is the screen that was, in fact, running, or that is, in fact, showing OBS. And so if I go back over here, and you should see that dock pop up at the bottom, and you'll bring OBS back up. So what's your point, Carl? Nothing. There is no point to any of this. I've just figured out how to do this. I had a very, very good session with Henry, and I told him what the problem was. And I said, listen, please dig deeply into this and see what you can find out. And he said, oh, by the way, this is a known problem. It showed up with, not with AirPlay, but with one of the other screen sharing apps. And he said, really, the only way around it, the best way around it, is to use some type of another application that can project out onto a screen. And I chose to then opt to use Zoom. So there's a Zoom session running on both machines. Wow. So that's a whole lot of nothing about nothing. And I'm going to figure out now exactly how I'm going to take advantage of this. I'm sure that there's a way to use it or a useful reason to have it. One of the fun things I can do is, of course, right now, OBS is not very big in that little room. It's just that little tiny box. But if we wanted, we could grab OBS and make it really big like that. And I can transition over and you can say, wow, there's OBS on the big screen. And I'm going to make it small again like it was and put it back over on the side. Okay. I'll save this configuration for some reason. I'm not sure how I'm going to save it, but there it is. All right, and I think you can hear me. I'm seeing evidence that it is being recorded. That's a good thing. So that's all for today. Listen, thank you very much. And if you've survived to this point, drop me a line and I'll send you a check for 25 cents because it's not worth any more than that. Y'all have a great day. I'm going to hit stop recording. Bye. 7-3.